is Kangana set to take on the role of Manyata in Sanjay Dutt biopic? Hrithik might have bagged an Ekta Kapoor production. Anushka taken to the cleaners over her tweet. Kareena and Saif party the night away with Katrina and Ranbir. Hey guys, I'm Caitlin and it's Friday, which means it's time for me to bring you another episode of 9xc.com The Show.
I'm hot, you're not, I'm a superstar. I'm a superstar. 9xc.
Kangana Ranaut is totally enjoying her time as Bollywood's Queen Bee. She's out promoting her many films, attending parties, celebrating her success, and being invited to the hottest dues in the city. But in the midst of all this, she's only been working harder to secure bigger, better roles. So we were very curious when we spotted her at the office of a super successful director. This director has given us the biggest hits in Bollywood and is known for his thought-provoking movies. This director is... Okay, I'm just gonna tell you guys. Kangana was spotted at the office of Rajkumar Hirani in Bandra, Mumbai. 9xc.com has learned that a few days ago she walked in at around noon and left the building only around 5 in the evening. Her sister, who is also her manager, accompanied her. While she was heading to the car, Kangana was spotted holding a thick folder. Let's do the math, shall we? One actor, that's Kangana, plus one director, that's Raju, plus one thick folder. That's the script. Kangana is the hottest actor right now, plus Raju's next is a Sanjay Dutt biopic, plus that folder looks like the biopic script. All this equals Kangana has a part in the film. This is huge, but what's her role? So we know that Ranbir Kapoor is slated to play Sanjay, and when it's a famous actress like Kangana, we can only assume that the role will be a very influential person in Sanjay's life, like say his wife, Manyata. Sanjay and Manyata were married in 2008 and have twins Sharan and Ikra. Manyata has been his rock through all his troubles with the law, and it's safe to say that she is a very influential person in his life. However, Kangana to play Manyata in the Sanjay biopic is a little bit odd. The Dutts and Kangana have a history and it is a rocky one. Kangana and Manyata were thick friends until Kangana made a comment saying that she doesn't consider the Dutts as family. But our guess is that Raju was only focused on choosing the best girl for the role. What's interesting is how Kangana came to Raju's attention. A source told 9xc.com, the meeting was long overdue. Hirani and Kangana had met previously at PK's Success Bash in June in Mumbai. Aamir had introduced them formally and then they had been chatting about meeting up for a narration. Well, we did tell you that Aamir and Kangana are the new BFFs in town and looks like Aamir has come through for her. So what's your take on Kangana playing Manyata? Tweet to us at 9xc The Show using hashtag Kangana as Manyata or talk to us on facebook.com/9xc. And another partnership is on the cards. We're sure you haven't heard these two names together in the same sentence. Reports are pouring in that Hrithik Roshan and Ekta Kapoor are in talks to collaborate on a project. The movie titled Bazaar is an urban drama and is said to be set in the stock market. Reportedly, Nikhil Advani will be helming the movie. Well, isn't he a busy man? It seems the film will be co-produced by Vikram Malhotra. When contacted, our sources close to Balaji Motion Pictures said, Hrithik has agreed to work on the project but is yet to sign on the dotted line. Nikhil will focus on it only when he's done with Hero and Gatti Batti, his two projects up for release. Well, we wanted to get the complete picture and contacted director Nikhil, and this is what he had to say. Please ask Vikram Malhotra for a statement. I don't wish to talk on this. Come on, Nikhil, why so serious? The news and the movie is going to come out someday, right? And here's another piece of news that's out, and it's got the industry buzzing. When producer Sajid Nadiadwala turned director with the Salman Khan star Kick, it was a landmark moment in his career. The film was box office gold and Sajid received high praise. However, soon after the film release, Sajid told a section of the media, I will not direct before 2019. I have my hands full with productions like Phantom, Tamasha and Houseful 3. Well, looks like he has changed his stance. It seems that Sajid will don the director's hat once again. Sajid is set to direct a film called Acha Din. Well, that's the working title at least. And who is his leading man? It looks like it is none other than Salman. After the success they had with Kick, it's little surprise that Sajid has chosen to direct Salman once again. And well, the name of the film, Acha Din, seems pretty apt for Salman. While the script has been finalized, Salman's co-stars are yet to be chosen. And if you're as excited about Acha Din as we are, tweet to us at 9XE The Show using hashtag Salman Acha Din, or just hit us up on facebook.com/9XE. And here is some exciting news on the Salman-Kangana front. Our sources have it that Salman and Kangana have let bygones be bygones. And who took the first step towards the patch-up? Well, it all happened when Salman was shooting for Being Human at Mehboob Studios in Bandra, Mumbai. And as luck would have it, Kangana was shooting nearby. So 9XE.com has it that when Kangana found out Salman was nearby, she made a beeline towards him. The two spent some time together and now everything is fine between them. All this is a far cry from the days when rumors were rife of a cold war between Salman and Kangana. Remember when we told you how Kangana refused to be part of Bajrangi Bhaijaan and Sultan? For those who came in late, Kangana refused Bajrangi thinking she'd just be a prop in the Salman movie. And for Sultan, Kangana just didn't have the dates. No dates for a Salman film? Well, only the Queen can say that. And with rumors floating around about the female lead of Sultan, Kangana's friendly gesture may go a long way. Just a thought, is Kangana repenting having refused Bajrangi Bhaijaan? Or will the personal bonhomie translate into a project other than Sultan? Well, we will keep you posted on that one. Coming up, thriller Drishyam is in cinemas. We tell you if it's worth a watch. Producer Karan has dumped his director because his last was a failure. After that break, you've caught up with us on 9XE.com The Show. The Ajay Devgan taboo thriller Drishyam has hit theatres and we went to check it out. The original South film was amazing, but does this remake match up? Here is our review.
Hello, मेरा नाम है अच्छाबच्चा.com प्रबुद्ध दाइमा.
And I am Nafisa Sharma.
और हमने देखी दृश्यम.
So this is a remake of a Tamil and Malayalam movie. This movie talks about a man who protects his family from anything and everything that comes to harm them.
कुछ भी.
And to find out what that anything and everything is, you know what you have to do.
You have to go watch the film. तो फिल्म में है अजय देवगन.
You know what I loved about his character is that he has done 100% justice to this character. Now this character has been played by superstars like Kamal Hassan and Mohan Lal, and still Ajay has done a brilliant job. Please don't do movies like Action Jackson where you have to flaunt your six-pack abs for no rhyme or reason.
It's my way or skyway.
And you were fab in the movie. You guys are also going to see Tabu in this movie.
Now, here's what I do, okay? Every time I see a film, ना मैं सोचता हूँ अच्छा ये character अगर ये actor नहीं तो दूसरा कौन ऐसा actor है जो who could have done a good justice to this character? And after watching Drishyam, मैं stamp paper पे लिख के दूँगा, मैं sign करने को तैयार हूँ. Nobody else would have done as good as a job that Tabu has done in this film. She's brilliant.
Shreya Saran.
Now she's a very big Tamil actress, okay? She's a big star down south. She's done some very good Bollywood movies also. But here's the thing, she's done such a good job with this character. You know, the kind of innocence that comes with a gaon ki housewife jo 10वीं तक पढ़ी है. I think she's done a very sweet job. I really liked her performance.
And she's so pretty.
तो शर्मा मोहतरमा जी, आपको ये फिल्म कैसी लगी?
So I think this was a very intelligent script. Brilliantly performed.
अच्छा.
All the actors did a great job.
हैं जी.
And I also think this movie is going to be a super hit in Bollywood as well.
Exactly. अगर remakes करने ही हैं South movies के, then pick movies like these. मतलब I'm sick and tired of actors and heroes punching ऐसे डिशुम and villain falling like some 100 feet away. बस हो गया यार, बहुत देख लिया वैसा. Bring out stories like these from down south that the mainstream cinema people can actually enjoy watching these kind of movies. Now, I'll tell you what, for me, a thriller is only as good as its misdirections, alright? And Drishyam has quite some good ones, and you will definitely enjoy watching this movie. Go watch it. So, on the hot slot, I give Drishyam 4 thumbs up.
And I also give it 4 thumbs up. Mr. Daima,
yes.
Tell me 3 things you learned from the movie.
Number 1, जब पुलिस पैसे देती है ना, तो ले लेना चाहिए.
Number 2, सोनू निगम के भाई का नाम टेलीफोन निगम नहीं है.
And number 3, मम्मा, जिंदगी भर बैठ के मैंने जो पिक्चरें देखी है ना, मैंने अपनी जिंदगी वेस्ट नहीं की है. आगे जाके जब अगर मेरे फैमिली के साथ भी ऐसा दृश्यम जैसा कुछ होता है ना, I can stick it to the man. ये थी हमारी विशेष टिप्पणी ऑन दृश्यम.
Don't forget कि हम मूवी क्रिटिक्स नहीं हैं, हम हैं
मूवी बफ्स हैं, मूवी बफ्स. ओके, हम आपको मिलेंगे अगले हफ्ते. तब तक के लिए बाय बाय.
If you've already seen Drishyam, we'd like to know your review, so tweet us at 9XC the show using hashtag DrishyamReview or talk to us on facebook.com/9XC. Now on to our next piece. So a lot was expected from Hamari Adhuri Kahani. Vidya Balan and Imran Hashmi's chemistry was buzzed about, and it was hoped that after the success of Ek Villain, director Mohit Suri would have another winner on his hands. But sadly, that was not to be. The film tanked and Mohit was left licking his wounds, and now he's facing the consequences of that flop. The buzz around Tinseltown is that Mohit has lost out on a Karan Johar project. After Hamari Adhuri Kahani, Mohit was pegged to direct the Indian adaptation of The Intouchables. And coming on board as producer of the Desi version of the French comedy drama was Karan. But what made Kejo part ways with the maverick director? Well, 9XC.com the show has the answer. Our sources close to the development said Karan no longer thinks that Mohit is the right man to be at the helm of The Intouchables. This has largely to do with the fact that Mohit's last film, Vidya Balan and Imran Hashmi starrer Hamari Adhuri Kahani, failed to live up to expectations. But that does not mean that the two have parted ways forever. Our source revealed, this, however, does not mean that Karan and Mohit will not work together in future. Mohit need not be too heartbroken. After all, he's got a big project lined up. He's set to direct the celluloid version of Chetan Bhagat's Half-Girlfriend. And seems Gurinder Chadha may have worked out a casting coup. Reportedly, Abhishek Bachchan is in talks with the Bend It Like Beckham director for her next venture. And who's joining the cast? None other than Huma Qureshi. The Gangs of Wasseypur heroine auditioned for the role and has now bagged it. Abhishek and Huma, now that is an interesting combination. What could be more interesting than that? Gurinder, Huma and Abhishek coming together for a project. The grapevine has it that the project, titled The Viceroy House, is a period love story set in the 40s in India. Well, Abhishek's All Is Well has created the right buzz, and Huma's carved a niche for herself with her intense portrayals in Gangs of Wasseypur and Badlapur. Gurinder has given us critically acclaimed movies which are a unique take on India. Her filmography boasts of Bend It Like Beckham and Pride and Prejudice. She was also the writer for The Mistress of Spices, the latter starring Aishwarya Rai. Wait, so Aishwarya starred in The Mistress of Spices and now hubby Abhishek is in talks? Do we see a connection here? Coming up, Anushka desperately needs to brush up on general knowledge. Nawazuddin Siddiqui talks exclusively with 9XC.com the show on life after Bajrangi Bhaijaan. Welcome back to 9XC.com the show. The trailer of Saif Ali Khan and Katrina Kaif's action film Phantom was released a few days ago. And while most of us watched the trailer and were drawn in by the heavy-duty action sequences, a few felt that there was something off, namely Katrina. Film critic Raja Sen wrote on Facebook, and Kabir Khan continues to make movies about going to Pakistan. Wish Katrina was cast as mute though. Sigh. Now that's a strong statement to make. What do you think about it? We went to you guys to see what you had to say. At a time when strong young performers like Alia Bhatt and Kangana Ranaut are tearing up the scene, where does Katrina stand?
She's hardworking. I find her very hardworking.
She's okay, but she needs to work harder. She's okay. I don't think she acts very well, but she dances very well. And somehow every time I see her on screen, it's like she has the same personality.
Plastic, without emotions.
अगर हम किसी और से compare करें तो then कहीं ना कहीं वो वहाँ खड़ी नहीं होती जहाँ होनी चाहिए as an actress.
Average actress.
हिंदी अच्छा नहीं बोलती हैं वो, डायलॉग लोग क्लियर नहीं होंगे.
She has improved drastically. I can see I've watched quite a lot of films of her. Each film had a different character for her. And she acted pretty decently, I feel.
She had her opportunities, but I don't think she really has come up as an actress.
She is improving day by day.
खाली सिर्फ looks में improvement हुआ है, लेकिन acting में अभी तक तो improvement नहीं हुआ है इसका.
I don't think that she should be muted or something.
I mean, people just go to look at her anyway, so I think it will be the same thing.
She and her dialogues never go together.
Actually, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता वो mute है बोलती नहीं because it's all one and the same.
Let's look ahead to our next piece now. So a few days ago, Anushka Sharma took to Twitter to do some cleansing. With great josh, she tweeted, trying to keep my Twitter positive. Well, as positive as possible. So we'll block people who rant nonsense with no sense of responsibility. Good for you, Anushka. Tell it like it is. Would have been what we would have said if she would not have made a major mistake. When India's former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, passed away on Monday, Bollywood tweeted their condolences. And among them was Anushka. Now, Anushka is considered quite a smart cookie. She is a great actor turned producer at a young age and is an overall cool girl. However, when it came to tweeting her condolences about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's demise, she messed up big time. Her first tweet read, "Very sad to hear about the passing of APJ Kalam Azad, loss of an inspiring visionary and a wonderful soul. May his soul rest in peace." Okay, so Abdul Kalam Azad was an Indian freedom fighter and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was India's former president. So Anushka tried it one more time. Her corrected tweet read, "Very sad to hear about the passing of APJ Kalam Azad, loss of an inspiring visionary and a wonderful soul. May his soul rest in peace." Okay, so we have been over this. Abdul Kalam Azad, freedom fighter, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, India's former president. Maybe Anushka should have read twice before simply copy-pasting. But guys, she did, to her credit, get it right the third time around. Very sad to hear about the passing of APJ Abdul Kalam, loss of an inspiring visionary and a wonderful soul. May his soul rest in peace. So you think the Twitterati let her go easy? No sir, they did not. She got a whole bunch of replies to her final and correct tweet. Well, looks like Anushka might have a lot of blocking to do on Twitter after all these tweets. We get that it was a mistake and such things happen, but like the poet said, Googling before tweeting is the new thinking before speaking. And speaking about, well, speaking, 9XC.com The Show sat down for a chat with the man who's living the Bollywood dream, Nawazuddin Siddiqui.
नहीं, ये फिल्म नहीं दिखा पाया। बीमार थे तो काफ़ी पहले से, और जिस दिन रिलीज़ हुई उसके 2 दिन बाद उनका इंतकाल हो गया था। जब वो फिल्में देखते थे, छोटे रोल देखते थे, तो उनको गुस्सा आता था कि भाई यार क्या हर फिल्म में पिट के आ जाता है तू। तो फाइनली जब उन्होंने गैंग्स ऑफ वासेपुर देखी तो उसमें खुशी हुए। गैंग्स के बाद ही उनका थोड़ा सा वो होने लगा था, मेमोरी पे फ़र्क पड़ने लगा था एक्चुअली। उतना ज़्यादा उनको किक का और इस तरह की बाकी जो फिल्में थी उतना ज़्यादा याद नहीं रहता था उनको, मतलब मैं ही याद नहीं रहता था उनको। तो बट गैंग्स तक वो ठीक थे, गैंग्स तक उन्होंने कहा नहीं गैंग्स ऑफ वासेपुर ये फिल्में देखी थी। उसके बाद थोड़ा सा उनका वो जो बीमारी थी ना वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो गई थी, पैरालिटिकल अटैक हो गया था, पैरालाइज्ड हो गए थे। तो बट थैंक गॉड मुझे खुशी इस बात की है कि एटलीस्ट उन्होंने जो मुझे 12-15 साल स्ट्रगल करते हुए देखा और परेशान रहते थे खुद, तो कहानी और गैंग्स ऑफ वासेपुर देख के वो खुश हो गए थे। देखिए फिगर्स का तो देखो ऐसा है कि वो प्रोड्यूसर को ज़्यादा अट्रैक्ट करते हैं। एक्टर के लिए तो फिगर्स आई थिंक इतने मायने नहीं रखते हैं। एक्टर के लिए मायने रखती हैं फिल्म की स्टोरी और फिल्म का अप्रिसिएशन। और बाकी बजरंगी भाईजान को हर तबके ने, हर तरह के, हर एज ग्रुप के इंसान ने पसंद किया है। बुर्का जब आया तो तब तो अच्छा लगा, अरे बुर्के में थोड़ा अलग लगेंगे, लेकिन जब पहना तब पहनने के बाद थोड़ा लगा कि यार ये तो बहुत ही डिफ़िकल्ट टास्क दे दिया हमारे डायरेक्टर ने हमें, क्योंकि गर्मी थी। हम लोग जैसलमेर में शूट कर रहे थे, मंडावा में शूट कर रहे थे, तो बहुत ही गर्मी लगती थी उस बुर्के में, मतलब हवा नाम की कोई चीज़ आती ही नहीं थी उसमें। तो और ऊपर से वो ढक लो पूरा, तो कुछ थोड़ा बहुत ही दिखाई देता था। बिल्कुल उनका फ़ोन आया था मेरे पास और बहुत खुश थे वो बता रहे थे कि भाई जब उनका वो वीडियो वायरल हुआ था, कैमरामैन ने डाल दिया था, वो ऐसा बना के उसको यूट्यूब पर डाल दिया था, तो काफ़ी बेचारे डिप्रेस हो गए थे वो लाइफ में। लेकिन अभी तो खैर जब से फिल्म रिलीज़ हुई तो वो तो पाकिस्तान के स्टार हो गए अभी। मॉर्निंग में शूट था और रात भर मैंने वो 100 बार देखा था वो वीडियो। और उसका हालांकि पूरा शूट किया था हमने, जहाँ से स्टार्ट होता है जो रियल वीडियो है वहाँ से और एंड तक किया था। थैंक गॉड वो एक ही टेक में हो गया था वो, क्योंकि वो इसलिए हुआ क्योंकि बहुत प्रैक्टिस कर ली थी मैंने उसके ऊपर। उसका छोटा सा कराची से अंदर, अगर वो एक वर्ड में भी अटक रहा, वो वर्ड भी कराची से अंदर ने मुल्क के लोग अपने लोगों से, तो ये सब काफ़ी वो हो गया था, मतलब रमा हो गया था एक तरह से। ऑफ कोर्स एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है आपको, और मैं फॉर्चुनेट समझता हूँ अपने आप के कि मुझे इतने बड़े सुपरस्टार्स के साथ काम करने का मौका मिल रहा है। ये तो एक बहुत ही अच्छी बात है। बाकी रही बात प्रेशर की, प्रेशर बिल्कुल भी, अगर प्रेशर लेके मैं काम करूँगा तो शायद नहीं हो पाएगा। मैं जिस इंस्टिंक्ट की वजह से, जिस इंस्टिंक्ट को लेके मैं काम करता हूँ, आई थिंक वो उसी तरीके से मैं काम करता चला जाऊँ, वो मेरे लिए ज़्यादा बेटर है, बजाय इसके कि भाई मैं ये सोचूं कि अब तो मुझे ये चीज़ें मिल गई हैं, मैं उनके साथ काम कर रहा हूँ, ये वो। क्योंकि अगर मैं ये सोच के उनके साथ काम करूँगा तो शायद कहीं ना कहीं करप्ट हो जाऊँगा और उनको रेस्पेक्ट भी नहीं दे पाऊँगा मैं। हाँ, बेटा आ गया है, उसका नाम रखा है यानी। बचपन में सब बच्चों के फेसेस चेंज होते रहते, पता ही नहीं चलता माँ पे या बाप पे, थोड़ा सा बाप का ले लेता है, थोड़ा सा माँ का ले लेता है। अभी तक तो जो दिख रहा है वो बिल्कुल मेरे फादर की तरह दिखता है। बेटी का ये है थोड़ा बेटी का, वो जैसे जैसे वो बड़ी होती जा रही है तो वो वैसे वैसे और क्लोज होती जा रही है मेरे। वो मदर थोड़ी सी स्ट्रिक्ट हैं और मैं थोड़ा सा सॉफ्ट हूँ उसके लिए, क्योंकि लड़की है तो कहीं ना कहीं बैलेंस करना पड़ता है।
Catch Nawaz's full interview on 9XC.com. To catch Nawaz's full interview, download the 9XC app on your phones or visit 9XC.com. Coming up, we've got definite proof that Kriti Sanon is on her way to becoming a fashion icon. Why are Kareena and Saif partying with Ranbir and Katrina? What's the happy occasion? This is 9XC.com, the show, your one-stop shop for all things Bollywood. There's a fashion dark horse in the making. Among the Sonam Kapoors, Jacqueline Fernandez and Kangana Ranaut's of Bollywood, there is also a Kriti Sanon who deserves a few words of praise. At almost every formal do she attends, Kriti kills it with her style. At the IFA Rocks green carpet, Kriti picked a light blue Bibu Mohpatra. The fall of the gown was gorgeous, but what worked was its elegant simplicity. For an awards show, blue was also her pick, but this one was far edgier. The glittery gown was beautifully offset with minimal accessories. Blue was her choice again for the Filmfare Awards. This Gauriya Nanika was a lovely pastel hue and far girlier than the other two, and she rocked that side braid like a boss. Kriti went all sultry in a navy blue number. The drape was very romantic and her side swept waves just added to the look. She could have easily been a Grecian statue. Kriti brought sexy back in this Gauriya Nanika look. It seemed pretty plain from the front, black and white with some peplum-esque work and a red band, and then boom, she turned around and a whole other dimension opened up. She pulled the same trick in a shiny Swapnil Shinde at another awards red carpet. Kriti kept things sexy yet classy in this black gown with a hint of leg and a sheer neckline. Arjun Rampal has been in the headlines more for his personal life than professional, but seems he's all set to face the camera once again. After wowing audiences with his intense performances in Om Shanti Om and Rawan, Arjun announced he'd play the celluloid version of Arun Gowli, the gangster-turned-politician in the film titled Daddy. Daddy was all set to be produced by Mandar Dalvi and directed by Ashim Ahluwalia. However, the project went into limbo when Mandar decided to withdraw support for the film post the debacle of his last release, Bombay Velvet. Now it seems that Arjun has decided to produce Daddy under his banner, Chasing Ganesha, which also produced I See You nearly a decade ago. Well, we are certainly excited to see Arjun in this avatar. And there's certainly a lot of excitement within the Khan, Kaif and Kapoor families. Now, before you go imagining a big fat Bollywood wedding between Ranbir Kapoor and Katrina Kaif, calm down. There has to be a reason to celebrate, but it's got nothing to do with anyone's marriage. Like we told you earlier in the show, the trailer of Saif Ali Khan and Katrina Kaif's Phantom had just released. So to celebrate this happy occasion, Saif and wife Kareena Kapoor hosted a bash at their Bandra home, a posh suburb of Mumbai. On the guest list was Saif's co-star Katrina Kaif, and she brought her boyfriend Ranbir Kapoor. Of course he was invited, seeing as how he's her boyfriend and also Kareena's cousin. Saif's family was represented by sister Soha and her husband Kunal Khemu. Another couple who attended were Ritesh Deshmukh and wife Janelia D'Souza. Arjun Kapoor also attended wearing a funky shirt. Arjun is friends with Ranbir and Katrina, but he's also Kareena's co-star in Aar Balki's Next. And not so surprisingly, the conversation at the party was centered around this new on-screen pairing. Also not surprising, but equally pleasant to hear, is the news that Kareena and Katrina were bonding big time. Well, Katrina might be family soon, and it seems she has Kareena's stamp of approval. And we know that we have your stamp of approval because you tune in thrice a week to catch up with us on 9xe.com, the show. So stay clued in on all the happenings of Bollywood by logging onto our site 9xe.com and our YouTube channel. Also download the free 9xe app for iOS and Android and talk to us at facebook.com/9xe and on Twitter at 9xe the show. I'll see you guys on Monday now. Have a super chill weekend.